And they're right, you know why? Because never identify yourself. Never. Are you crazy? You don't know why I'm asking. What do you, how do you know what? Okay, burn them all. Burn everybody over 45. How do you know how to do that? How many people here by applause are 40 or younger? 40 or younger, applause. That's every time.
I've never heard this bit, but oh really? You just let me turn that off and then you fucking stop. I've listened to Louis C. Clark before, but I've never heard this bit. It starts out funny as shit because it sounds like something I would say. Alright, can we flip the camera?
I just believe that. If you're in an argument with somebody and they're older than you, life is an education, and if you're older, you're smarter. I just believe that. If you're in an argument with somebody and they're older than you, you should listen to them. It doesn't mean they're right. It means that even if they're wrong, their wrongness is rooted in more information than you have.
Really?
They've given you wrong. If you're older, you're smarter. How many people here by applause are 45 or older? 45 or older applause. Okay? That's about 60 people out of 2,400. Here's the interesting thing. There's way more. I can see you. There's so way more. This is Arizona. There are way more people in that demographic, but they didn't clap. Why? Because they're smart. They're sitting in the dark going, I don't have to clap. I don't have to do anything. They're not doing it. And they're right. You know why? Because never identify yourself. Never. Are you crazy? You don't know why I'm asking. What do you, how do you know what? Okay, burn them all. Burn everybody over 45. How do you know how to do that? How many people here by applause are 40 or younger? 40 or younger, applause. That's every time. Every time. That's a weird thing to celebrate in a room where you're not the only people here. That's like going to cancer ward. Not me!
That was already wrong.
I don't have it! I don't have it! If you're older, you're smarter. A 55-year-old garbage man is 1,000,000 times smarter than a 28-year-old with 3 PhDs. Especially smarter than him. Because this idiot has been thinking about 3 things for like 15 years. He's worthless. The garbage man is 55. He's had some experience. Things have happened to him. He went to Cape Cod one summer. He saw a dead guy floating in the motel pool. He took a bus to Montreal. He got a hand job at a fair from a miner. I mean a miner. Not a miner, a miner.
A minor, motherfucker.
Understand, a miner. A grown man who works in a mine. His dirty hands jacked him off at a county fair. That's what I'm saying happened to the 55-year-old. You see, he's had some experience. He knows more. More has happened to him. He's seen more. He's seen history. He's witnessed history, even if it's not ancient history. He saw Nixon resign on live television. Me and those few people that clapped, we saw the President of America run and then quit being the president. That shit was crazy. Because none of us knew what was going to happen next. Today, people like the president's kind of disappointing. Really? Our president wept like an insane person and then got in a helicopter and flew away. And the whole nation just watched him go.
Family takes its toll. Antonio Soprano is going to be like a war. He's talking about facing their monsters. The many saints of Newark, a Soprano story, rated R.
A movie? They made a movie on The Sopranos. Is it a prequel or a sequel or?
You
It's
booked
Tony
a cozy
Soprano's
Mountain
father.
with a kitchen where everyone can chef. With a
Hannibal.
I got a jaywalking ticket in Montreal. I couldn't believe it.
Hannibal's
I've
funny.
jaywalked so many times in my life. It's such an easy thing to time out. Like, is there a car coming? Nah, let me get across there. I've done it thousands of times. But this time it was me and this old lady. We were jaywalking together. We weren't together like that, but if we were, so what? Mind your business. I just met y'all. So me and this old lady, we get across the street, then a Montreal cop approaches us speaking in French.
That's what French sounds like to you, bro.
French?
French?
I said, hey man, I don't talk like that. That's not how I talk. Can you talk to me how I talk? It probably wasn't the best way to start off our interaction by mimicking his native language, but who cares? I take risks in life. And he says, you were jaywalking! And I said, sorry about that. And I tried to keep going about my day, because I thought that's how jaywalking was handled as a crime. You were jaywalking! My bad. We're done here, right? That's it. I acknowledge that I jaywalked. I apologize not for the act of jaywalking, but how my jaywalking made you feel. I'll try to jaywalk in the future while you're watching, but trust I'm going to do it the rest of my life. It's the best way to go about being a pedestrian. And he said, no, I have to give you a ticket. Give me your ID. I said, you don't understand. I only give people my ID for real stuff. This is not real. This is a fantasy crime that you're enforcing to cover up the fact that your city is having financial problems right now.
Fantasy crime.
City is broke, and they put you out here with a quota. And that's fine. I will donate 60 of your colorful ass dollars to your broke ass city. But let's just do it like that, no paperwork, and it's good. Guess what? 2 more cops show up. Now we have 3 Montreal police officers working this high-profile jaywalking case. 3 cops for me in jaywalking. Fair enough. I decided during the time that I was going to talk trash to the cop standing closest to me, because I don't like him for what he represents. And so I just wanted to mess with him and say whatever I could say and mess with him because he's wasting my time. So I said, hey man, how much money do you make? This is a douchey thing to do. But you know what else is douchey? To have 3 cops working a jaywalking ticket. That's overkill. I only have 2 legs. That's a cop and a half per leg. That's a waste of city funds. That's why that city is broke now. And he told me how much he made. I don't know why he told me. He didn't have to tell me. Then he said, how much do you make? And I told him. I got upset. He said, well, do you sell drugs? I said, no, I don't sell drugs. It's kind of racist. What, do you sell cars? Wait, why those the first 2 guesses? Hey, this dude is doing something illegal or people love buying Subarus from. He's a charismatic guy. Sell the hell out of the job. Those are the only 2 jobs I know besides police officer. I'm a dumb guy. My worldview is limited.
This motherfucker's stupid.
And I said, hey man, your colleague here is 50 years old and he's writing jaywalking tickets for a living. Is he considered a...
A lot of essays for school, but I also write sales descriptions for my Etsy shop.
I use Grammarly on my work email.
Right.
It's kind of nice. Be back in a second. You don't need to come with me. You can stay up here.
And a shaman is the holy man in a culture that is still hunting. It isn't settled, it isn't agrarian. There is a very strong and important difference between a shaman and a priest. A priest receives his ordination from his superiors. He receives something from a tradition which is handed down. A shaman doesn't. He receives his enlightenment by going off into the forest by himself, to be completely alone. A shaman is a man, in other words, who has undergone solitude. He's gone away into the forest to find out who he really is, because it's very difficult to find that out while you're with other people. And the reason is that other people are busy all the time telling you who you are, in many, many ways. By the laws they impose on you, by the behavior ruts they set on you, by the things they tell you, by the fact that they always call you by your name, and by the fact that when you live among people you have to be in a state of ceaseless chatter. But if you want to find out who you are before your father and mother conceived you, who you really are, you almost have to go off by yourself. Go into the forest and stop talking, even stop thinking words, and be absolutely alone. Listen to the great silences. And then, if you're lucky, you recover from the illusion that you're just little me, that's so-and-so, and you attain the state of nirvana, which means the blown-out state, the relieved state, the sigh of relief. Nirvana may be translated into English as, phew, I've at last discovered that I don't have to survive. I can survive, of course, but I don't really have to. Because you discover, you see, that what you really are doesn't have to survive, because it's what there is. The real you is it, or that, tat tvam asi, that art thou, as the Hindus say. So then, in the normal life of India, which is not a hunting culture, but a settled culture, there are priests, but there is something beyond the priest. That is to say, when a man or woman has fulfilled his or her life in the world of society, it's the normal thing to do for a person to quit their status in society and become what's called a forest dweller. That is almost, you see, to go back to the hunting culture. They divide people into two classes, grihasta, which means householder, and vanaprastha, which means forest dweller. And the older people all hand over their occupations and positions to their children and enter the stage of vanaprastha, or become a shramana, and go outside the stockade. I'm speaking metaphorically. They sometimes do actually, they sometimes don't. And become a nobody. They give up their name. That is to say, the label which designates who they are in terms of caste or class. They become unclassified people. That's why, strictly speaking, you see, Hinduism and Buddhism are not religions. You can classify the religions. You can say, what's your denomination? Baptist, Methodist, Catholic, Presbyterian, Episcopalian, Quaker, etc., 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 you see. But strictly speaking, a vanaprastha, A Shramana has no label. He is an unlabeled bottle. So, in the time when the Buddha lived, about 600 BC, the Hindu system had become somewhat decadent. It isn't altogether clear what had happened, but it is certain that it did seem in some way to be in need of reform. And so there were many reasons for this. And the Buddha, as a young man, being basically troubled by the great problems that we're all troubled with, the problem of suffering and the problem of what all this universe is about, he endeavored to follow the methods that were then being used by people who were Shramanas or Vanaprasthas, forest dwellers. And at that time, it's very apparent that the main method that these people were using was an ascetic discipline. Starvation, very arduous meditation practices, probably self-flagellation and things of that kind. And it's said that for 7 years he practiced these austerities. But he found out that they didn't lead to liberation. And all the people who were practicing them knew they didn't either. But they felt that that was only because they weren't doing it hard enough. And so he propounded instead the middle way. The way that led to liberation from the rat race that I've drawn here, neither through austerities nor through pleasure-seeking. See, these are the two ways, the two paths. The people who say the whole point of life is to enjoy it, to get the most out of it, you see. And the other people who tried that, and then they found it was sour grapes or something, you know, or they burned their fingers in the pursuit of pleasure. The girl that was so beautiful eventually fell apart, or just turned into a shrew, and whatever it was. And so they said, instead, let us torment ourselves. A lot of people enjoy this, or get something special out of it. I was in Mexico this summer, and what I went there for was to study Mexican Catholicism, where they make a great cult of suffering. And I was very puzzled about this and wanted to understand it. And everywhere, you know, they have these ghastly, tormented Christs, all drooling with blood, hanging on crosses in very contorted positions. And I realized there are certain people who find that the sitting on the tip of a spike is the realest place in the world. Because when you're on the tip of a spike, you know you're there. There's no doubt about it. And also you know that you're expiating for everything. This, somehow by sitting on the spike, you are paying for your guilt. And so long as you hurt, you're all right. See? So these Shramanas were doing something of the same kind. And the Buddha became enlightened, became a Buddha. He woke up. At the moment when he gave up that kind of quest,
I forgot to text.
He gave up, as we should say, trying to take the kingdom of heaven by storm.
Options for dates or something like that. I gotta look over that message again.
You talk to you then?
Now, what does this
mean? He didn't
mean?
call.
Oh, he's gonna call you?
Yeah, but I showed Glennis that message too, and she said if I want her to sit in on that meeting with her with Fawn, that she can
It
make time
means
for that.
That in his time,
No, I'm just saying, like, it'd be better if she is there.
the way of liberation had become
like,
competitive,
Fawn is trying to do something like
which meant it was on the wrong track.
a partnership between
A
the
lot of
library
people
and Black
who-
Scranton.
We call it the holier-than-thou attitude.
Yeah, I don't
But
want to
we
really
find
talk
it
about
today with
that.
some
Like, what
objectionable
kind of
Westerners
partnership?
who go over to Japan to study
You
Zen
guys are trying to
Buddhism
start a new program
and then
just
come
like
home and brag about
pin
the
us
great
onto it or
disciplines they've
something,
undergone.
or
And say, I sat with my
That's
legs
always
crossed
amazing,
in
like,
one position
I
for 10
understand
hours,
it, but
as distinct from
Yeah.
somebody else who only
So-
sat for 5.
And that's why I show her the
And
message.
always
As
there's
soon as
this
she's like,
tendency, you
oh,
know, to have a marathon,
we can
to be in
just-
a competition with
No.
others or with
Was it
oneself
Sunday tonight?
about these
No.
things.
Oh.
But the moment you do that,
but
you're
when
back
I
on
have
the
that
wheel.
meeting with Fawn, that's why I want to meet at.
The best
let
thing
her
you
see
can
that
get
shit.
by asceticism is to get
I
up
don't
to the
think she's
Deva
seen
world. You can't get anywhere else by it.
Just like a local librarian.
You may get down to the
Yeah, I don't know
Nile
what
by
her
asceticism
position is
too.
at the library, if she's a director or what,
Read
but
the story Thais
like,
by Anatole France.
she's one of the people that really helped run
So-
that shit, yeah.
He found, you see, that the real path,
And that's something I never thought about either,
The
like
middle
having
way.
a job at a library or
the meaning
how
of the
cool that
middle
could be,
way,
being a fucking
is that
librarian.
it's the path that can't be followed.
I love books, so.
Because to get you onto the middle way, I have to get into a dialogue with you, you see, and you say to me, because after all it's always the student that raises the problem, not the teacher.
I could probably
You say, well now what's the right thing to do? I say back to you, why are you looking for the right thing to do?
They decided Boca Raton in Florida instead of Prince of Prussia.
Yo, Puff, you know the voice.
Look at this. Now look at this. It's Christmas every day around this bitch.
Damn. Prince of Persia. That's
Prussia?
Prince of Prussia?
Prussia.
Oh, I was thinking King of Prussia. That's up by Philadelphia. But yeah.
It's Christmas.
Shit look purple.
It smells good too, honestly. And I really
But
wanna
that's
go
what's
for
up,
it.
yo.
That's good.
Let me whip out a bigger brush real quick.
Yeah, we need to go to the craft store and get you some brushes. They were having a sale the other day and we missed it. Maybe like 2 years from now, I can just walk in the art store and be like, all right, this is what you need. This is what you need.
I said the best time is they're back to school sale, yo.
We missed their sale. That's I told you that day, and we didn't really feel like doing anything, but we should have just went and did that shit because even when they had like 20 or 25% off, that shit.
That
makes
shit
a
helps,
difference.
damn right.
I feel like when they have 25% off, just get like more brushes, or like 50% off.
And that's why, I don't know, I never really just, I always try to bulk shop when I go.
But that's the thing, like you got a Michael's card that could buy you several brushes, and then somebody else sent you a donation for your brushes. So I feel like God was looking, well, not God, but you know what I'm saying. Somebody was looking out.
Yeah.
The ancestors was looking out.
Yeah, that's how I know, like, I don't know. It's weird, like, in my life, yo, like, I've never really been, like, completely down and out. Like, right before I, like, hit rough times or a really rough patch, and I can see that shit coming, like, yo, if something don't shake right now, it's gonna be bad. And then something always fucking shake, yo, every time, yo. And I don't know, I feel like in life, like, cause I got a bunch of shit going on right now, and it's just like, I don't know, I always be feeling like one wrong move and everything can go bad, yo. But for some reason, that shit don't really never go too bad for me. I think I've had a very fortunate life. I've had a pretty tough life. That shit I ain't boring no damn silver spoon in my mouth or nothing, but. And then, like, I don't know, just in situations like this, I'd be like, damn, I need some new brushes or some shit. And that shit just fucking happened, yo. Like, you know? And then my homie just look out. But this nigga look out all the time, yo. So that shit ain't nothing new, but.
Yeah, but it's just the timing.
Yeah, it'd be
I've
like
never even bought you a card to a art store before. Like, I went and bought you pens, but I never just bought you a
the
gift
card, like, that shit be on time, yo, every time, yo.
Right, I was like, I went and got you the card, then homie was like, hold on, I got you, go get some more.
That shit be right on time, bro.
Right? It was back to back, like, within, like, what, 2 days?
2 days.
Because I wanted to give it to you early.
And then like last week, I was like, yo, I need some finer liner brushes. I really need to build better habits of taking care of my brushes. I mean, I've been painting for over a decade, and I fuck up so many brushes, and I know that, you know.
I mean, I get that, and yeah, save money because they're expensive, but I mean, honestly, like, it's a brush. It is what it is.
Yeah.
They're replaceable. I don't think there's nothing wrong with that. Because I'm not gonna say you lazy, but like, I'm lazy too. So like, if it's a matter of like, yo, I can just buy another one. All right, fuck it.
And every once in a while, I'll walk out this motherfucker and leave paint on them without cleaning them, and that be the killer right there, yo.
You do fairly well.
I try to, but that be that amateur shit. Just be like, all right, guys, see y'all later. Then walk out the studio. I come in here the next day, especially if I don't paint the next day. Come in here like 2 days later. They fuck now. Like you ain't never gonna get that shit back right. I mean, you can. There's some brush cleaner that I have, and it kind of works. But that shit still don't be like a good taken care of brush. Just better habits. Try to build better habits, you know. Alright, so we're gonna do this. I was gonna keep it kind of dark, but I think I might make it magenta.
I was thinking like, what is on my dress, and then I forgot the dress that I wore.
The strawberries.
Yeah. I thought I had more strawberries in there. I wore that dress one time, literally that day, and that was it. Puff said I was going to take a job as an IT lead for the State Library and State Museum before I accepted the job I'm at now.
Wow. That's crazy, bro.
And he said, same here, bro. It just falls through and then it works out.
You know?
And pressure makes diamonds. I'm not gonna lie. I started doing bad in my classes with everything going on. And once I saw, like, I was scared to look at my grade. And once I finally looked at it, I was like, all right, okay. And now ever since, like, my foot's been in my own ass to get my schoolwork done early.
You know?
And on time.
Self-motivation ain't easy, though.
It's not, especially when you got shit going on. But sometimes it takes you getting to that low moment and being like, all right, yo, ain't nobody gonna save you. You gotta do this shit yourself.
There's nobody coming.
Nobody's coming to save you.
No one.
I mean, my mommy might save me a little bit, but I'm a grown up. She can't really.
But
do
there ain't
much.
but so much she can do.
That's what I was gonna say. She can like wipe my tears.
What she gonna do? Take your test for you?
No.
Exactly.
Ain't nobody gonna take my test to get this degree for me.
Mm-mm.
And if they did, I'd be cheating myself. Now I ain't gonna lie to you. Somebody gonna be taking the math classes for me. And pay somebody to take my math classes. I'm not gonna need them in a safe place. Depends if I can take something very basic, but of course they're gonna try to make me take something crazy.
Alright, let's do this. I really feel like I should mix something in this magenta. I don't know why. I don't know. I might just try it straight. What is this color? What if I mix some of this? Alright. I gotta get it right the first time because I ain't gonna be able to mix this color the second time.
You're gonna make it more
I just want it lighter than that because I think that's actually dioxide violet. So magenta is like a burgundish-y, purplish-y color. I really like magenta, and it's a little bit lighter than normal purple. Could it be lighter than that? I kind of like that though.
Paul said you have to set time aside for school. I work, and trust me, I've been to school my whole life, and I've been in some form of institution learning since. I mean, it depends. Like, doing continuing education for massage therapy, it's pretty self-explanatory. You learn a new modality, you try it on a client, whatever. But I was taking 3 classes, but now I'm taking 5 classes, and I've had some deaths in the family, 2 deaths within a month. And just a lot of shit going on, like my car accident. It just was a lot. And working, and thankfully, like, Travis has been here and been my support system. But I'm realizing for me, what works best is to get my shit done early in the morning, go to the gym, shower, make breakfast, he goes to work, clean up the house a little bit, do schoolwork, and then go on about my day. And that's the best way for me to do it, just early in the morning. After my shower, after the gym, and I'm rejuvenated, then my brain is fresh, and then I'm ready. But I don't really do well when I have to do it at nighttime because I'm already 10 blunts in, and I already done 8 and did whatever else. So I'm all, got the itis. But it's all a process. Like, this is my first legit time in college. Like, I got accepted to Howard, didn't go. And then I went to community college for like 2 weeks one time and was like, oh no, fuck this. So this is like my first time. Like, I'm literally coming up on midterms in 2 days. So I'm halfway through my first semester. And like, if I made it through the first semester, I can make it through another one. But that college shit ain't no joke. It's not even hard. It's just tedious and time consuming.
That's why most jobs ask you, how do you handle time management?
And I've learned.
It's a tough...
Just like yesterday, right? I'm making dinner. And I'm like, you know what? Let me cook the ground beef for today as well. Because then that shit's just done. And then today, all I had to do was throw them inside the puffs and throw that shit in the oven. And that shit was done. Like, literally today, like, I did everything before he got home, and I was like, damn, how did I don't know how I did that.
24 hours is a lot of time. People don't realize that shit,
But we going to bed earlier and earlier, though. But I'm with that, because it be getting dark out, and by the time it's dark, I want to go to sleep.
I forgot who said that. 50 Cent? Somebody, it's probably been said a couple times, yo. You got the same amount of hours in a day as I have. We all get the same 24 fucking hours in a day. The way you gonna do it, that shit will determine on how successful you are.
I will give a shout out to Travis, because only I could make me go to the gym, but he did say, like, yo, I want a workout partner. And, like, when he did that, like, that sparked something in me, and I was like, all right, he's always doing his workout shit, like... And
it's a routine. Just get a routine and just try to keep it.
Love it. And then, like I said, it's like a double win, a triple win, because it's good for me in many ways. It's a routine. And, like I said, we could work out, and it's still, like, another couple thing that we can do together, like... Because we don't really do sports shit together, so at least we can do the gym together. But definitely, like, Travis be getting that shit in. And now, like, oh, babe, guess what? You know that little hip abductor machine at the gym? No, I hit the max weight on that shit today.
Wow.
I was pressed. But yeah, you got me on my workout shit. And that shit has given me a lot of energy. And I slept a lot when we first got together, but I also feel like I'm also getting older, and I'm just getting more adjusted. Like, my schedule was different when we first got together versus now. And, you know, all the up and down the road and all that shit, I used to be sleepy, like, all right, I want to sleep.
That's a hard thing to adapt to right there, is less sleep.
It is. Honestly, I think that you get more sleep because of me, and I think I get less sleep because of you, and it's a good balance.
Jean told me years ago, like, she was doing some study on sleep patterns, and she's like, a natural sleep cycle is actually what I have. She's like, humans are really meant to sleep for 4-hour increments. You sleep for 4 hours, you're up for a little while, sleep for 4 hours, you're up for a little while, sleep for 4 hours.
And we pretty much do that every night now.
Exactly. You go
like,
to bed
I was
early,
up last night, just in the middle of the night.
Get 3-4 hours of sleep, then you have enough energy to do shit. Yeah, then you get another 3-4 hours of sleep.
We were sleeping by like 8 o'clock, and then we both were up by like 12 for a little while. And then both were up again around like 2 or 3.
I think, yeah, like I said, me and one of my aunts are the same way, yo. Like, she don't sleep a lot, No. She be
honestly,
up all day.
I come from a family of sleepers too, and see, that's the thing that I realized, like, between my family and yours, like, there's just so much of a contrast. Like, my mom could sleep for hours, even my grandma, even my granddad. Like, that's just how they are. Like, and they don't have to, but like, when they sleep, they sleep. Yeah. Same way my dad was. So I guess it also comes from like your genes and what you're used to. Yeah. Stop doing it.
I say 4 hours. I can work off 4 hours, 5 hours. I'm good. I feel like
For me, I feel like 7 is the perfect amount. But they also say that women need more sleep than men.
mm-hmm.
When I get 5 hours of sleep,
But
I'm
then
crazy.
when you start adding up, like they do statistics on how long you sleep, motherfuckers be sleeping like 10, 12 years of their fucking life, 15 years of their fucking life and shit, yo. Like,
hey, my dreams be great.
add all
I
that
love
shit
my
up,
dreams.
like damn, that was 15 years or some shit. Like I probably sleep like 9 years out of my entire life or something.
You so soft, Sugar. Yeah. I definitely have slept a lot of my life away. And then when you working and going to school and going to the gym and you got a man and trying to have a social life, you don't move.
You being extra now.
Yeah, move. You don't have no option but to get less sleep. Like, okay. You think you're gonna sleep 10 hours and still go to work and still have a social life and cook dinner and go to school? No.
See now, like I was saying, I could actually have a nice sleep rhythm because I was really able to take naps at work for a long time,
Yeah.
and now I can't do that shit.
That's why I said you've been sleeping more.
Yeah, in the middle of the day, I was fucking sleepy and shit. I was like, oh my god, but me and Jennifer had appointments, and then
He would go ghost for like 30, 45 minutes. Like, what are you doing? Taking a nap?
Take a nap, they get in the middle of the day, yo. A siesta. Hey, other coaches know that shit, yo. Mexicans know that shit for a long time, yo. In the middle of the day, you need to fucking recharge, yo. Go have a siesta. Go to sleep, nigga. Take a nap. Everybody shut down the whole city for an hour and a half. Come back. We'll see y'all in a little while. I need to buy some fish. Man, the market closed, nigga. Siesta time. What you doing, nigga? You better go to sleep, nigga.
Go to sleep, nigga.
Broad daylight. Everybody napping. That's
Okay,
motherfuckers.
yeah. Trev probably remember when I used to catch him bait early in the morning. I was studying that early in the morning. And
Yeah.
he said for me, it depends how much I drink, because more drink equals more sleep.
Me and Puff got the same kind of sleep patterns. That motherfucker hard to sleep neither, yo.
Unless he drank it.
Say Puff, that motherfucker work off of the same thing. 4 hours of sleep.
Honestly, like I said, I don't think that 4 or 5 hours is enough. That's just me personally. And I encourage you, I try to get you to get 6 hours. But me, I need like 7 or 8 hours. And I think you realize that by now. Like, you just let me sleep. And when I get my extra sleep, I'm recharged for the day. And I get up and I make the bed and close the door. And I don't go back in the bedroom and get back in the
Trust
bed.
me, I've never, like, there's, like I say, very few people who can function like that, yeah. Like I said, I don't know a lot of people. Puff is one of them.
And I've adapted since I've been with you. Like I said, think about from when I first, like, we weren't even official yet, and I was just spending the night on the weekends versus now.
Yeah, big difference.
Big difference. Even me getting up at the crack of ass, like I kept telling myself, like, all right, you slept, you grieved, you went through what you went through, but now it's time to start getting up at 4:30 again. And I did that shit today. I was like, all right, day 1, time to do this shit again. And everybody is starting to come in the middle of the day now. So even though it's cold as hell in the morning, I'm going to just have to tough it out because I prefer the gym when it's with less
Not
people.
so packed, yeah, that's the only thing.
So I'm just like, screw
That's
it.
when
Like,
you get sick in that motherfucker.
That's what I'm saying. I've still been working out the past couple of days, doing like midday workouts, but I was just like, nah, this shit ain't it. At all. So I'll be in there in the morning with you every morning. I love our Saturday workouts. I just wish that they opened earlier on the weekends.
And I think that might be their permanent policy now, man.
That shit is so annoying. Like,
because that shit used to be 24 hours a day, every day, but now Saturdays. For what? So y'all can deep clean on a Saturday? Man,
that's what I'm saying. Like, I understand closing early on a Sunday.
You alright? Hold on, man.
Doing something you wasn't supposed to. I understand them not being open early. I mean, late on a Sunday or early on a Sunday, but or even if they close on Sundays, I wouldn't be mad. Like, I want to be Chick-fil-A fine, but Saturdays, like, I feel like they should be open until like 10.
Man, I need that shit 24 hours. That's why the gym I used to go to in Scranton, that shit been 24 hours. And then, like, at night, when motherfuckers not really in there like that, if there's not a lot of people in there, you even just gotta turn the lights.
Walmart's ain't 24 hours.
Yeah, you just gotta turn the lights on and off, yo, because you get in there first. Ain't nobody in there. Everybody just know, like, yo, if you're in here by yourself, just turn the lights out. Cause we don't need to burn all the lights if ain't nobody in there working out. But you had a key fob that buzzed you into the building, yo. Like, it had a locked door from the outside. You just buzz yourself in, and that's how you got into the gym. And that shit was just, you could just go there whenever, yo.
Yeah, that's why I was thinking about like some like home equipment, because even though I do enjoy getting out the house and whatever, like, yo, when it's cold and it's not 24 hours, like I said, I'm good on Sundays.
And that's why I got some weights. I barely use my home weights now. Damn, I'm fucking this shit up. Cause the gym is back open. But when that shit wasn't open, you gotta do what you gotta do, nigga. You got leftovers for dinner?
No. Oh, you wanted leftovers for dinner?
Somewhere on egg rolls?
I can run out to the store and make some more.
Well, what you gonna eat for dinner?
I already cooked.
Cook what?
Food.
Oh yeah, you did say that.
I took instead of doing like barbecue chicken in the inside of those.
You did the
biscuit
beef
puffs,
jones.
Yeah, I did beef with taco sauce, onions, peppers, and cheese. So it's like a taco puff, I guess. It's savory. It's kind of good. But I actually ran out and got more crescent rolls because I figured one can wouldn't be enough knowing you. But if you want egg rolls, I'll run out.
No, that's good.
I was thinking about more egg rolls too, honestly. I just didn't know if you were tired of them yet. You're not tired of them? You still want crab in it? Or you want something else?
We'll eat that. What you have?
I'm saying the next time I make them.
Oh yeah, the crab. Yeah, keep that shit.
You want crab in it?
And just get some duck sauce from the grocery store.
Honestly, because I need to get the the fish for Saturday anyway. I mean, I can do that tomorrow, I guess, but I need to get some haddock or something like that. Some weather. Plus, I would spend 24 hours sun up to sundown hacking and studying. Time flies when you're having fun. I had to make myself take a 3-hour nap back. Yeah, you gotta sleep a little bit, because I don't know, for me, after I don't sleep for more than 24 hours, like, everything starts to get a little fuzzy.
Yeah.
Like, I be, like, literally, like, zoning out. Like,
man, like, 22 hours is my limit. I'm done. I'm not trying to stay up for a whole day, bro.
The longest I've stayed up is 30 hours, and that shit killed me.
I've done that before, but yeah.
It's ridiculous, like, for what? It's just pushing your body for no reason. Why was I, like, really staring into space so hard, and you really just captured that right on there? Like... He said, I'm gonna eat a turkey sandwich. Sandwiches be good. You gonna toast the bread, make it a club, or it's a skinny turkey sandwich? Did you put some mayonnaise or mustard or something on it? Some lettuce, tomato, or just turkey and bread?
Alright, just wasted all this paint. I gotta get better at that shit too. My paint consumption.
I love the blue and the red color stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And it like really pops with the dress.
Yo, who's still in here? Puff? You wanna see some crazy shit, bro?
No mayo. Mayo first. Burby? As good as your last? On a budget? Mm-mm-mm. Anybody want a dog? She's free.
Yo, check out my homie with motherfucking bite. How you get that close to the president, yo?
Word. By invite, because you special.
Yo, I seen this poster. It was so funny, yo. I wound up sending it back to the same person that sent me this shit. I tagged Chris in that shit. I was like, oh, my bad, nigga. You the one sent me that shit. Ah, that shit was funny as hell, though.
May your first bite be as good as your last. I'm so dead, Puff. He said, cool. Yeah, that's dope as shit. She met the president. Said black people are out here. What, boo boo? Get off me.
Yo. Hey, what's up, bro? Yeah? Chillin'. I can't complain. For some reason.
He'll be right back. He had to take a phone call. Well, back to these egg rolls. I made these makeshift ass egg rolls yesterday. I got the pre-made wrappers, of course. And I took a can of like lump crab meat and kind of just threw whatever in there. Sesame oil, soy sauce, seasonings, cabbage, carrots, onions, whatever, the whole shebang. And fried that thing up. And they were delicious. I've never had egg rolls with crab meat in it before. And I didn't do like a Southwest one with like corn and beans and all that. I just did like regular style, like cabbage, onions, whatever. But that shit was actually really good with some lump crab meat in it. And he just asked me to make for it. And that was just like some creative what's in the kitchen type shit. Everybody hiring right now. Oh, word? That's why you were saying that. Damn. Yeah, that would have been dope, because I definitely would have been here, and so would have he. We got shit going on this weekend, but next weekend we don't. As of now, at least. And then the weekend after, he has his first Friday show. I mean, that sucks that you won't be in Pennsylvania, but Florida's lit. And it's October, going into November. So I feel like you're going to get the better weather. Like, if you were going in July, I definitely recommend come to Pennsylvania instead. But since it's October, yeah, like, Florida's the place to be. Are you there for long enough to actually, like, enjoy it? Or you're not going to really be able to see anything? Whew. He's gonna look in the fridge and be like, "Where's dinner?" And I got the food sitting in the microwave right now. I'm so dead. Not only a few hours, I was gonna swing y'all away for about an hour on Wednesday. Damn. Busy man. So I'm not religious, but I see this thing that says Isaiah 60:22. When the time is right, I, the Lord, will make it happen. Sleep in peace tonight, because God is in control. Now, I'm not really religious, like I said, but I really like that. Like, just let go and let be.